Hey guys, just a little tutorial on my Harvest Right freeze dryer. I get a lot of questions. We've been doing this about 1.5 years now, and I have my Harvest Right on a U-line cart. This cart will hold, I done forgot how many hundreds of pounds, like 800 to 1,000, something like that. It is on a very stable cart. You want a stable cart. I have a fan blowing at the motor down here, and I have a bucket for draining the water out. Right now I wanted to show you what I have in it, and we'll come back in a couple of days. Harvest Right has these little silicone trays. They're awesome. You can pour in what you want and it comes out in little cubes. And right now I have eggnog in here, y'all. I've got homemade eggnog in here, and I'm going to do it when it pops out. Hopefully it'll stay in the little squares, and I can use it in coffee and stuff like that, as well as you can redo it and make eggnog to drink. I have apples, and I soak the apples in a lemon solution before I put them in here, just so they don't turn. But I've got 2 trays of apples, and then I have squash. Y'all, it is a good way to preserve food. We're gonna close this up. Over here you have a little drain thing. I've got it closed. You have to have that closed before you start the freeze dryer. You make sure your hose is in something to drain. I have a cushion in mine. Now, not all of them have cushions. The new ones do not, but you have to make sure your seal is sealed all the way around, that your cushion's not stuck out here somewhere. And that's one issue that they quit doing the cushion because of that, because people didn't check for a good seal. All right, everything's done. The freeze dryer's loaded. The drain valve is closed. We hit continue. It starts freezing, and we just leave it. Now, I'm going to leave the freeze dryer going. It'll go approximately, I don't know, 12 to 18 hours, but I usually click it another 6 hours automatically when it gets, before it finishes, and let it go 6 more hours just to make sure, because I'm in a very humid place. Now, this is what the trays look like. This is a silicone tray mat. I love this thing. Put milk in it, juice, anything you want to put in there, and it makes it a lot easier, and it dumps out really well. You can just bump the bottom and it comes out. I did milk recently, and it was amazing. It come out and it just broke up, and I had powdered milk, I guess you would say. Now today I'm adding more apples. I got some organic apples at the store, and we like apples. So Harvest Right freeze dryer, if you're interested, there'll be a link in the description below. Some of the new things they've got come out, like the little silicone cube tray, and these. I'm going to tell you what, these are worth it. You can put stuff on here and freeze it, or put this over it like this. And this makes it easier to stack so that the next tray can go on top of it. I have this tray here, this basket in my freezer, and it's level so nothing pours out. But also the beauty of that silicone thing is it doesn't pour out. It's amazing. And I can stack 4 trays in here in this basket. Once they freeze, you can move them anywhere you want, but for now I have this where I can stack them 4 up, and the lid is perfect for that. I'm going to go ahead and get my apples on the tray and get them freezing. I always pre-freeze everything. I put them in my freezer because it's working already. No need to make the freeze dryer run more than it needs to. And I always hit the pre-frozen setting when I do that. And guys, we'll come back when the apples and the eggnog and the squash is done, and I'll give you a quick video of what's going on after they come out of the freeze dryer. I've got to hurry, but I've got my setup here. The sealer, this is just a heat sealer. I always have my oxygen absorbers, a pair of scissors, a little jar if I want to save something to snack on, a pen, and a scoop if I need it. My bags, I have 2 sizes. This bag is pleated in the bottom so that you can open it out. And I'm putting eggnog in 2 different ones, squash in this one, and I forgot, and I already bagged the apples. But you've seen slices of apples that are freeze-dried before. And this is what the squash looks like. They're raw, so you can use them in any way you would use raw squash. And I move it over and do a second seal, just a touch over. That way we have it sealed twice. Raw squash. Now we're bringing in the new cube tray. Okay, so we got to hurry, but this is the little cube tray. It put them in perfect little cubes. This is like ice cream eggnog mixture that I mixed up. Look at that. You could use one of those in coffee, anything like that, but look how perfect. Isn't that awesome? You could do juice this way and throw one over in some water for flavored water. This little tray is amazing. Thank you, Harvest Right. Link in the description below. Check out Harvest Right. Guys, I got to get these in a bag. All right, I put a couple of cubes in there and a couple of squash to try. And I had 3 of the eggnog ice cream mixes, 1 squash, 2 apples, and y'all, this tray is amazing. If you do anything liquid, you need these trays for your Harvest Right freeze dryer. Thank you guys from Crazy Days.